I spent time with the all-day carry 35 liter or ADC from Moon Designs, and in this video, I'll cover the good, the bad, who it's for, and why the ultralight hiking elements made this bag incredible for travel, for the most part. Here's some stats. The best feature by far is the weight. Being under 3 pounds with the hip belt is lighter than pretty much any travel bag on the market. And I didn't even use the hip belt too much, which puts the weight at about 2.5 pounds, basically untouchable by any bag at its size. The ADC is like a lightweight version of Matador's Globe Rider. It has a lot of the same design elements. This is a hiking pack turned into a travel bag, and it definitely shows in the advantages and the disadvantages. So I reviewed it as a travel backpack and not a backpacking bag, and that's important to keep in mind. Starting with the exterior, I liked the fit options, the strap system, and amazing pockets, and I didn't really care for the back panel. So the ADC also comes in a 45 liter, and what I liked about both versions is the ability to choose different materials, as well as 2 size shoulder straps and 3 hip belt sizes, on top of the shoulder straps being adjustable. And I haven't seen this level of customization at the point of purchase. Usually it's just buy a different pack made for smaller frames. This version that I used is the most expensive material option, made of ultra sailcloth, same as on Air's packs, and I'd actually recommend not buying this one unless you have the budget. They make a black color made of Robic nylon that's $160 cheaper, and Robic is plenty good. I use that on GoRucks bags. Or they have a different sailcloth for $100 cheaper, but either way, I don't think this Ultra is the best deal, because all 3 materials are lightweight and water resistant. Moving to the straps, the hiking influence shows in all of the best ways, and I really liked these. Similar to a lot of backpacking bags, the strap height is adjustable by moving these into these different sections to adjust. There's load lifters here, which is nice, but there's a lot of extra strap and I'm not sure why. That's kind of a theme with this bag. And the straps themselves were really comfortable. They're wide and they have a really bouncy padding and a honeycomb mesh. Though I personally do wish that there was even more of a contour for comfort, these were kind of straight. There's 2 pockets here which were amazing, but I'll come back to that soon. And an adjustable chest strap with the whistle. There's also a removable hip strap, and I liked it, I just didn't use it much. The bag's 35 liters, 2.5 pounds without the strap, making it, again, the lightest bag that I've seen at this size. And it never quite got heavy enough to use the hip strap a lot. I didn't walk far enough in a normal travel setting, airports, short walks through the city, stuff like that. But if you're planning to use this in more of a backpacking setting, absolutely you should use this hip strap because it's really good. And it's really thick and padded, same as the straps. And there are side pockets that are actually large enough to carry things. A lot of times the pockets on the hip straps are like sleeves, or they're just really too small to be useful. And the strap has this weird X design that again just leaves too many dangly straps. That was another reason I just didn't want to use the hip strap. Moving to the back panel, this is definitely a weakness of the bag. It's plenty comfortable as a back panel with just this spine padding, and that allowed the bag to stay pretty lightweight, but dear God, it's here again. Similar to Matador Globe Rider's terrible strap tucking system, this ADC is just barely better. So you're supposed to tuck the strap in here and zip it up, but in reality, the zipper is kind of hard to connect because the mesh just isn't long enough. And then it's a pain to zip up because of these straps and ties getting in the way. And in the end, the straps aren't even really fully hidden because there's, just multiple parts exposed and still can get caught on things, especially at the bottom. The normal design of just tucking the straps into the back panel is common on many bags for a reason. It's simple and it works. And I know designing like that would have made the ADC have another layer of fabric, but it's worth it for not having to deal with this system. The next thing I really liked were the exterior pocket options. This is my favorite bag of all time in that regard. So I use these shoulder pockets all the time. They cinch clothes when I didn't need them, but they're huge. So they fit my iPhone Pro Max easily, and my glasses case or snacks, and it actually fits 2 water bottles, which was awesome if I was using it for longer distances. And I already showed the large pockets on that hip strap. On this side, there's a handle and there's a little pocket for an umbrella. and on the other side has my dream bottle holder. If you've seen any of my other videos, a good bottle holder is a must. So it folds flat, which a lot of bags have. It looks nice, but the pocket is enormous. I usually carry either a 27-ounce bottle or my normal 32, but this fits up to a 40-ounce bottle, and it fully covers even tall bottles. It was almost like having a full zip closure because I never felt like the bottle was going to slip out by accident. To me, this pack sets the bar for how you should design bottle pockets. On the front, this ADC also shares the outer mesh pocket design with the Matador Globe Rider. I used it mostly for bulky or wet items like a rain jacket, something I wanted to just keep separate from the inside stuff. And I always really like these pockets because they're convenient and functional, but they also don't add volume or bulk until I used it. Moving to the looks, I like the looks, but it could be a mixed opinion based on if you like the sailcloth material. I think that the pocket mesh gives a nice material contrast instead of this whole panel just being ultra sailcloth. And as technical and functional as the sailcloth is, the wrinkly look is really love or hate. All the zippers are water sealed, which keeps the aesthetic pretty clean, and the branding is subtle, but I wasn't a huge fan of the boxy and long shape. It looked a little too large on my back, and I'm 5'10", 155 pounds, so it probably looks better on someone that's larger. The advantage with this long design is probably better weight distribution, but the disadvantage is a really shallow packing area, which I'll cover right now. Opening up the pack, no part stood out as great. I mean, it was all solid, but I didn't care for the main area layout, and I really didn't like the laptop sleeve. This is where the hiking pack influence will make or break your decision, depending on how you use the pack. So there's a front zipper that goes down around 8 inches, nothing special. The next pocket goes down the whole way and has a mesh sleeve and some other zip pockets. But the main area is what I wanted to focus on. So clamshell opening is great being a travel bag, and that'll appeal to a lot of people looking for this ultralight kind of hiking travel hybrid. And I love the 2 large mesh pockets here, I always do. It's what I use to separate dirty clothes along the course of a trip. But my complaint was how flat this area is. So there's about 2.5 inches of depth on this side, and only like 1 inch on this side. It just feels very small. When I packed the bag out, this area did give some volume, like it puffs up, so it did pack out with more space than it looks like. It wasn't bad, it was just kind of odd. I expected a typical travel bag layout with a little bit more volume, and this just felt too slim. I wish 6 Moons turned this outer pocket into the tech area and completely removed this second zip area to use that space for the main instead. Or just make the pack fatter and shorter. Again, functionally the bag still worked, I just had to use the space a little bit different than I'm used to. And finally is the laptop area. Basically, don't use it at all unless the laptop is already in a case. There's no padding on this side of the panel for protection, and the volume of the main area goes into this laptop area, and it makes it kind of hard to put the laptop in. And on this side, you can literally feel the metal frame of the back panel from the inside of the laptop sleeve, and there's no protection on either of these sides. And these are just the drawbacks of being an ultralight pack. There is a very large false bottom to protect from drops, which is good, but ultimately, I would just think twice if you're carrying a laptop. Okay, so final thoughts, and who is this ADC backpack for? It's an ultralight hiking bag turned travel bag, and how good it is depends entirely on your needs and your use case. I reviewed this as a travel bag, and there's nothing like it on the market. It's best in class for lightweight, adjustable fit, and pocket options, especially the ones on the shoulders and the bottle pocket. But it's also worst in class for protection, a small packing space, and the laptop sleeve is unusable without having a second case. All of these ultralight hiking elements that make it great for some just won't work for others. But props to 6 Moons for balancing the hiking versus travel elements and making a pretty solid bag. Anyways, comment below if you want a response, let's talk, and subscribe for new videos on Sundays. Thanks.